Hey guys, welcome back to Listen to People. Today we are going to talk about the real cost of healthcare in retirement. And trust me, some of these numbers might surprise you. So, Fidelity Investments just dropped their 24th annual retire healthcare cost estimate. Sounds super formal, right? But here's the thing. It's basically a reality check for anyone thinking about retirement. According to their 2025 numbers, if you are 65 and retiring this year, you'll probably spend about $172,500 on healthcare throughout retirement. Yeah, you heard that right. 172 grand. Now compare that to 2002 when the estimate was only $80,000. That's more than double in just over 20 years, and it's not slowing down. Every year it creeps up. This year alone it jumps by more than 4% compared to 2024. Here's the kicker. 1 in 5 Americans say they've never even thought about healthcare cost in retirement. Like at all. And if you zoom into Gen X people who are just around the corner from retiring, that numbers jump to 1 in 4. Even worse, across all generations, about 70% haven't done anything to prepare for health costs. No plan, no savings for it, nothing. Which basically means a lot of people could be working straight into retirement with the blindfold on. And the truth is, healthcare isn't optional. It's not like you can say, oh no, I'll skip the doctor this year and save some money. No, once you hit retirement age, those medical bills, prescriptions, checkups, they are all parts of life. Shams Talib, who's the head of Fidelity Workplace Consulting, put it really well. He said that year after year, people underestimate what they'll need. But if you start planning early with the right tools and guidance, you can actually get ahead of the game. So, what's included in that $172,500 estimate? It's assumed you are enrolled in original Medicare Parts A and B, and also Medicare Part D for prescriptions that covers premiums, copays, and other out-of-pocket stuff for medical care and drugs. But here's the important part. It doesn't include long-term care. So if you need help with daily living, nursing homes, or in-home assistance, that's a whole different expenses, and honestly, it can be massive. Now, let's talk about one of the most underrated tools for this, the Health Savings Account, or HSA. If you haven't heard of it before, think of it like a supercharged saving account just for healthcare. Here's the cool part. It has what they call a triple tax advantage. First, the money you put in is pre-tax. Second, when you use it for qualified medical expenses, you don't pay taxes when you take it out. And third, if you invest the money, the growth is tax-free too. That's like hitting the jackpot 3 times. Steve Betts, who runs Fidelity Health, said HSAs aren't just for short-term savings. They can actually be a big part of your retirement plan. People who use them usually feel way more confident about covering healthcare costs later. But here's the problem. Most people aren't using HSAs to their full potential. Fidelity's numbers show that in 2024, HSA assets grew by 43% and accounts went up by 23%. Sound impressive, but only 23% of Americans are actually contributing to HSAs for retirement health care, and only about 3 in 10 are investing the money inside their HSA. That's leaving a lot of growth potential on the table. And get this, among people aged 55 to 64. So right before retirement, only 15% even have an HSA. And more than half of them don't know that it can actually be used as retirement saving vehicle. That's a huge knowledge gap. Okay, so let's shift gears to Medicare. A lot of Americans are counting on Medicare to take care of them once they retire. In fact, about 37% say they plan to rely on it. But here's the reality. Medicare doesn't cover everything. You'll still be paying for premium, dental, vision, over-the-counter meds, and if you ever need long-term care, that's on you. So even if Medicare feels like a safety net, it's not a full solution. And people know it's complicated. 55% of Americans say they expect enrolling in Medicare to be difficult, and half admit they'll probably be confused when choosing a plan. Honestly, I don't blame them. It's like trying to pick the right phone plan, but way more stressful. So let's circle back. The average 65-year-old today needs around $172,500 just for healthcare in retirement. Costs are rising every single year. A lot of people still aren't planning for it. And while Medicare helps, it doesn't cover anything. But the good news is, tools like HSAs starting early can make a huge difference. Even small contributions now call snowball into real security later. So here's my question for you. Have you actually thought about how you are gonna cover healthcare costs in retirement? If not, maybe now's the time to start. Even just learning about HSAs or digging deeper into Medicare can put you way ahead of the game. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, share it with a friend who need a reality check. And don't forget to subscribe for more practical conversations just like this one. Because honestly, retirement should be about enjoying life, not stressing about medical bills. Let's make sure you are ready for it. And see you soon.